This is Blue Boredom.
It ended up on like ITV and like talked about on the news and like just in lots of different places. The film exploded, basically. One of the film cartridges. That exploded. So I was like, oh my God, we're supporting Russ millions at O2. Do you want to do like the BTS for that? So I went to do the BTS. My camera was jamming up. There was a moment where Russ was like, okay, like one more picture basically. And my camera wasn't taking a picture. Bro, these guys just started waving a shotgun. So then, you know, I don't know.
Yo, at a time of day that I'm not thinking about the lifestyle. Should I laugh now? Should I cry now? Overthinking, think I need time out. Spend every dime now, need to blow right now.
Right, guys, welcome back to the podcast. We're on a fucking roll, keeping it moving, keeping it pushing. We've got a very special guest in the house today. Very much looking forward to getting into this one, to be fair. But we've got Blue Boredom. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
All good, all good. Yeah, we were saying off camera. It was a bit of a techie one to get this one in, but we're glad to have got it in with a busy schedule.
For real.
But yeah, so I explained a little bit off camera, but I'll explain again just for the viewers. So the podcast, the theme and kind of the ideology behind the podcast is basically to understand how you've got to where you've got, because it's tough out there. You know, you probably know yourself. There's like thousands of kids trying to do exactly what you are doing right now, and it's a very, very impressive resume. So we'll basically just try and figure out what that looks like across the board, coming up to where we are now. But when did you? Because it's always quite interesting trying to figure out where everybody that comes on the pod, like where this kind of started, and kind of like that interest. So like in terms of like videography, direction, when was like that first moment? Like, did you pick up a camera when you were younger, or what did that kind of look like?
When I look back now, I studied drama and stuff in school. I did drama throughout like the whole of school. And then I remember just thinking like, okay, if I want to be an actor now, this is like Hollywood type thing. So I thought, well, I like watching Hollyoaks and soaps like that.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, maybe I'm going to be a director then.
Okay.
And I'm going to direct soaps and all that type of stuff. So along came sixth form and I saw my school did film studies and media studies. So I picked both of them. And it was obviously like really theoretical. Then I went to uni. I thought, cool, I'll go to uni, do film and media production there, be a bit more practical. And I did that at Sheffield Hallam. And then it wasn't until my third year, I went home for the summer, or just 1 weekend, I can't remember. And there was an old camera that my sister had. My mum got it for my sister because my sister used to do like artwork and always like interior design type of stuff. So she'd take a picture of the design and all that type of stuff. Right. But she weren't using the camera. So I took the camera, came back to uni with it, and I thought, cool, I'm gonna just start like taking pictures of my friends, and like when there's a pre-drinks, I'll take pictures there.
Okay.
When we go like just for a walk anywhere or chilling, let's take pictures there and whatnot.
Yeah.
Until one day, one of my friends called Kaya, she said to me, I was going to some event, she said to me, oh, why don't you ask me if you bring a camera? So I messaged them, they said I can bring it. Went to the pre-drinks, took the pictures, went to the event, took the pictures. They loved the pictures, and then they said to me, don't want to come back again, do some pictures again.
Oh, nice.
Like, I'll pay you £50 this time.
Hey, come on.
Yeah, so now I'm like, like, I've hit the bag. Do you know what I mean? I'm getting paid £50 to go on a night out, essentially, and just have the camera around my neck, take the pictures. But this next time around now, there was artists at the event, and I thought, cool, I'll take the pictures, obviously, of everyone in general, but let me focus on the artists because they could be a potential client. Because these times, I'm on Instagram seeing different photographers, D. Martindale, Vicky Grout, Sophie Jones, like all these different photographers that I love their work. And it just like really, it was like a really raw point and shoot film type of style. So I thought that's what I'm gonna do. So at that time in Sheffield, I was one of the very few people doing those type of pictures. So people thought it was hard. It was like, oh, that's sick, like it was vintage, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So I took these guys' pictures now, and just what I used to do, I used to oh yeah, bro, like, what's your Instagram, innit? And tomorrow I'm gonna send you a picture like, to you directly. So, oh, say no more, bro, yeah. So then obviously I'm getting the Instagram, innit? I'm getting that network. They're going on the page and they're seeing all the other people I'm taking pictures of. And I think where like I had pictures of so many different people around, like in the uni scene in Sheffield and that, like people would go on the page and see, oh, that's my boy, like Okay, I'll follow him.
Yeah,
Oh, that's my girl. Oh, yeah, I'll follow it. I'll follow him. Do you know what I mean? So I was just attacking all the right people.
Yeah.
Until they eventually was like, yeah, we're supporting Russ Millions at O2. Do you want to do like the BTS for that? So I went to do the BTS. But my camera was jamming up. There was a moment where Russ was like, okay, like one more picture basically, and my camera wasn't taking a picture. And that's when I knew I need to upgrade cameras because now work is picking up a tiny bit. I'm getting the odd £30 shoot here, £40 shoot here.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking if people are now paying me, I can't afford for the camera to be like acting up. So now I upgraded to the A6300 when it hit my birthday. My mum, my sister, and me, we all paid for it. We all put like 400 each towards it. So it was like 1,200 at the time. It's a lot cheaper now.
Yeah. Shout out Mumsy though, shit.
Shout out Mumsy, shout out my sister. You get me? And then yeah, like from there, I just started doing more and more bits of work. It wasn't super fluid. But yeah, I just started like that, and I realized that okay, cool. Like I'm probably making about the same as I do at my part-time job. I was working at Nemzz at the same time as well.
Okay. My little brother works there as well. Shout out Nando's.
Yeah, shout out Nando's, man. Shout out Nando's. But yeah, man, these times obviously I didn't have a computer though. And so I'd be going to the library like late at night. Like I had no headphones or anything like that. So I'm walking to the library like 12 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's quiet and I just edit like people's videos and like the ones I'm shooting or head all close to the computer like that so I can like hear what they're saying.
No way.
Like, it's not like a proper editing computer either. It's just like a normal one. So it's bare laggy. It's taking time.
Yeah.
So that's how I was just like editing the stuff from there. And obviously I think that's when the quick turnarounds started because people was like, they loved me because I had like quick turnovers. But that's because I've got one night in the library to do this.
Yeah.
And I need to do like whatever else. I need to do uni work, I got work. So I'll just find my flow. And then yeah, from that point it started picking up more and more. So as I say, this is my last year of uni. And then yeah, by like March, so now it's like just hit lockdown. This is about 10 months from starting, and then at that point I looked around me and I was like, okay, I've got a client base going, like this is a real thing. I'm making more than what I make in my part-time job. I'm gonna leave that and I'm just gonna like put all my chips in on this and pray to God and hope it works. And then it worked, I guess. It worked.
Sounds like it did. So when you first got that camera, how old were you?
I must have been like 19 or 20.
Oh, okay. How old are you now?
25.
Oh shit. Okay. Fair play. Fucking hell. Shit.
What?
No, it's just impressive, man. It's just impressive.
Yeah.
No, I always find it so, because like that's exactly the thing. That's the whole point of this podcast. It's just kind of like understanding that mentality of, because there's people that are like 30 plus still trying to like this doing like their nan's wedding. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no, all respect. So what is it about being able to capture something, and kind of what is that process like? What does that mean to you? Because I mean, it means different things to different people, but
being able to what's the meaning of being able to capture something to me?
Yeah, like what is it? What do you love about it? Like why do you gravitate towards it? Because people gravitate towards anything. Do you know what I mean? All different types of shit.
I think it's like because you can create an alternate reality in reality in a sense. Because like I'm looking at you like this now, but if I like get low and I look at you like this, now like you're powerful because like I'm seeing you from like a lower angle. Yeah, like you can tell a story just by angles and the colours and the mood and the feeling of something, you know? Yeah. I think when I look back to being younger, I don't know, I look back at certain things, it's like, okay, I was always kind of doing this without realising I'm doing it. Okay. Like little things like, obviously just, I might just be walking with my friends and I'm taking a video and then like as they're walking, I'll like just walk and do some kind of arc around them. And I just found it so cool and I showed them, everyone's all, guys, oh, that's sick, and then, yeah, I don't know. And I think just from watching certain films as well, like Kingsman, and I used to see like the fight scenes and that.
That's a sick film.
The fight scenes, I was like, oh my God, like this is amazing. Like, and even like Spider-Man 2, the Spider-Man Dr. Octopus's fight on the train. Yeah, like that's cold. Them type of scenes there, I was like, this is nuts. Like, I want to do that. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So I think, I don't know if it answers the question, but I think just things like that, basically. Yeah. And just being able to like, just, I guess, tell a story and have control over what you see is something that inspired me or something, I guess. Yeah, no, 100%. And I think like, just even from my perspective, obviously, because we do bits of content as well, but
it's so cool being able to take a piece of technology that's like readily available and then using your brain, having an idea and then putting it to paper and then putting it out and then like getting all the bits, putting it together, and it's just created this thing that was in your brain. You're like, that's exactly the way that I saw it.
Super satisfying. I really had that similar on this bench art campaign that I did, where the
most recent one.
Yeah,
that was so cool.
Thank you.
So sick.
Thank you. Yeah, with Hemmer and Daniel. Obviously bench art, big up bench art. They just gave me full creative control over that.
Really?
Yeah, the guy we spoke. He was like, yeah, I'm happy to go ahead with that. And yeah, like it was just a thing of, I just was trying to think of like a concept, like this idea of like, you know, somebody stealing this jacket, but without doing too much. Because I feel like in most situations, people just do a bit too much. Like, we're going to get a whole robbery. Yeah, everyone in Bally's, and there's going to be a motorbike, and there's going to be a lorry, and we're going to rob the lorry, and you know what I mean? I feel let's go for something that's a bit more different, and like it can target women as well.
Okay.
Because obviously, say women can wear the puffer jacket. It's also something that girls relate to.
Yeah.
So something guys relate to.
Yeah.
Having their jacket stolen from a like maybe a crazy ex or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, just being able to put all that out, do the scripts for it. I was acting it out. I was speaking to my mum. I'm reading the script to my mum and everybody. Yeah. And for people to be able to get it just like that, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be it.
Yeah.
And then to drop it and it got the response it got. It's being posted around by all the blog pages and everyone's all loving it.
Yeah.
Like that's super satisfying. And
yeah,
I think that's given me more of like a push to even just go more down into film type of route with things. Because nothing beats a powerful story at the end of the day.
Of course. I really liked with that like campaign, that video, the fact that exactly what you said, it's not so on the nose. And it's got more of like a psychological angle to it, but it kind of subconsciously allows the viewer to, without even realizing, want the clothes because of the way that the girl's acting. And you're kind of like, shit, like you don't even think about it, but in the back of your head, you're like, well, she fucking loves this jacket. So it's kind of like, it's a cool jacket. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of does the job without you even realizing what it's doing, which is really cool. Because typically, like you say, it's just like, we're stealing this because we want these clothes. Look at how obvious this is. Yeah. But that kind of, like, I think that's why it might have got the response it did. Obviously for everything else with it, but that was kind of like a really cool part of it.
And I just noticed it was just like a really effective campaign as well for them, because when I look at some of the other stuff and just from speaking to the guy, like it's been some of the best content they've done. And also when I checked like the stats of it, like in terms of people's watch time, like people really stayed like till the end. And I think that's quite hard in today's culture on social media with videos, difficult. Like because people don't, like it's just they watch it, quick time, they're gone. Yeah. You know, but I think like it's just an extra success to know that people watched it all the way to the end, because the 2-minute advert, that's the longest post I've really put on my Instagram, and like it's probably been the one that people stayed locked in. And as I say again, that's just the power of like good storytelling, keeping people interested the whole way. So yeah, man, I keep talking about it, man. That's like my favourite video, man. That's my favourite video this year.
Yeah, man. Talk your shit, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that, obviously you might know this obviously yourself, but the direction in the way that entertainment and content is going is massively storytelling focused. Like I've noticed that a lot.
Yeah, heavily.
And have you noticed it as well with like, because back in the day, a clothing brand would just do a photo shoot and that's about it. But I saw you work with Lorenzo as well and some other brands. But like, what's your favorite type of video to do out of the sort of stuff that you do at the moment? Is it like the clothing stuff? Is it the artist stuff? Or is it like more directional in terms of like the film stuff, or where is that leaning?
I would say like, my favorite stuff at the moment is the clothing stuff, to be honest, the fashion stuff. Yeah. I started videos initially to get into that. But when I first started, I couldn't really find a way in, because I was like, okay, these brands are only going to massive directors, or they're going to like big production companies and whatnot. Whereas there's artists at your doorstep. Everyone was being an artist. And I came into the game when drill was on a rise. So it's like, there's lots of drill videos going about, and like it's just popular to have a video at that time, you know? Yeah. But yeah, I'd definitely say, but obviously, yeah, like I've got a love for music videos. Obviously, that's like what's got me to where I am now. But I'd say at the moment it's definitely more the fashion stuff. You know, like I've got big aspirations for where I want to take that. Get more into like the storytelling side of things with those fashion films as well. Yeah, I'd say that's definitely like the main the main thing I'm loving at the moment. And I guess when it comes to music, I'm just a bit more selective now on the artists or the type of songs that I work with. Yeah.
Well, that must be quite a nice position to be in, where you can be a bit more selective, because obviously it must be frustrating, like back in the day where you've kind of got this idea and you can't really put it out there. But I guess with the clothing stuff, you've got more room to play around with, because a song can be quite two-dimensional. It's just like, it's got a theme, it starts from beginning to end, but the song is the main thing of the video.
This is it, yeah. Like there's kind of a bit of a blueprint of what you have to go off because of what the artist or whatever's saying in the song.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But I think at the same time, like when it comes to like being able to go with your own direction of it, I think it also just comes down to like if you have enough credibility at the same time as well. Because I feel like I'm fortunate in a place where like someone might come to me though with their song or with their brand idea, and I can be like, this ain't it, and they'll be like, oh, okay, wow, what do you think then?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than being like, what's this guy talking about? Because they're thinking, oh, like, no, he's done this a lot. Like, he knows what's going on. And being able to articulate why I think that's not going to work and why this is going to work is kind of what helps and I guess builds that trust as well with who I'm working with. So I can usually get it to go the way I think it should go. Yeah. Obviously, it's more pressure because now you got to make sure that works.
But
yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. That fully reminds me of this... there's a property developer in the UK and he's fucking mental. He's like this Cockney guy, but he's built himself up. Like he had like no GCSEs. He's like grown this massive empire. But he only builds houses, like mega, like the biggest houses in the UK you've ever seen in your life. Okay. But he only builds them with clients who let him have like 90% like creative control. So he's like building houses for people, but they go to him and trust him because he's built like these like masterpieces, and he's just like, that's just what I do. People just come to me and they ask me.
That's what you can do when you become like an artiste in your craft, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think Central C even said it recently on on an interview or whatever. He's on about Cole Bennett and Lyrical Lemonade and stuff, and Cole Bennett's very much like that. Like it has to be exactly his way. Yeah. I'm not quite there yet, but but you know, at some point, you get me. Soon come, hopefully, innit? I feel like 2025 is gonna be a big year, God willing. Obviously, I don't want to say that. I don't have no control, really and truly, over
yeah. No, 100%. Well, you're definitely on the right trajectory, 100%. On the Cole thing, it was funny because did you see that clip where he was talking about trying to get Chief Keef into the black suit with the yellow tie?
What, Cole talking about it?
Yeah. Because he was doing that mixtape, and he had like all of the artists doing songs for that album.
Yeah. Oh yes, I have seen that. Yeah, I have seen it.
And he's like, I am wearing no suit, and then he's like, all of a sudden he's like, Cole, is this okay? And he's wearing the suit, and he's like,
yeah.
Let's go.
That. What was that on again now? When did I see that?
It might have been a what's that Canadian interview platform? Oh, what is it called?
I won't even be able to remember the name, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about. Yeah, it's got like the cartoony intro, and then they interview people.
Yes.
That's gonna really annoy me. I'm not gonna stay on that for too long because otherwise I'll be sitting there for ages trying to remember it. Amazing. Just going back a little bit. What was the first proper music video that you did where you like linked up with a decent artist and you were like, I fuck with this music, and then you've made the video, shot the video, edited it, and then put it out, and it's done well, and you're like, wow, this is sick. But obviously done well is very different to different people. But
I would say the first one that kind of like gave me a little bit of traction was with a Manchester artist called Lady Ice, and I can't remember the name of the song now, but it was to do with like Black Lives Matter. And especially, I think also from like the female perspective of it as well. And that was like, it's basically just like a one location video. Yeah, just one location, a bit freestyly. She had like a big megaphone, and it's kind of like she's talking to the world, and like we're in like this big industrial estate, and there's lots of like 360 Michael Bay type of like motion, and like it was sick, and it ended up on like ITV, and like talked about the news, and like just in lots of different places.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Because she was on the rap game, so she had like a little bit of traction and doing a bit of TV stuff. But yeah, that was probably my first little bit of traction. That was quite early on into my career as well. I did that video for free, to be fair.
Is it?
Yeah. So.
Oh, damn. Why did you do it for free?
Because she was like the first person that was verified that ever hit me up for a video. And she was like,
Oh, she hit you up.
She hit me up, yeah. And she said she wants to do this video. And she's like, but I've not really like got a budget for it. Da, 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 da. I'm thinking, no budget. Like the people that are like up and coming artists, they're paying me. But I thought, whatever. She got the blue tick. Let's just see what this brings to me. Do you know what I mean? But I really actually liked the song, and it was a really good performance from her. And yeah, I'm grateful she reached out to me for that. Obviously, she must have seen something.
Yeah. Worked out in the end.
Yeah, but I mean,
and this was
pay creatives though. Make sure you pay creatives.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, no, 100%. I hear that from producers all the time as well. It's just do the right thing. What was I going to say? The question's completely slipped my mind. But a different question I was going to ask you anyway was, what genre of music is your favourite to? Like, what's the range of music, like, in terms of genres that you've kind of worked on? Because I know you've obviously done, like, hip-hop, R&B and stuff like that, but is there any kind of, like, mad, like, rock videos or anything?
Yeah, I've done like 2 rock videos.
No way!
I've done 2 rock videos, yeah.
Oh, shit!
I loved them, to be fair. It was good. Like, I like a bit of rock music, to be fair. Nice. So, yeah, like, I've done, like, 2 rock videos. I've done, like, drill, rap, R&B, soul, wave, like, most genres. I've not really done too much pop. I think actually only 1 pop video I did it in LA, actually.
Oh, okay.
But I'd say like my favorite to work on is more now, probably say like the soulful R&B type of stuff. I like that.
Oh, okay. Well, like, Masego?
Yeah, like him. There's a guy from Doncaster as well called August Charles. He's really good. And Rumbi Taro as well. She does like, they might kill me because maybe it's not soulful R&B, I don't know, innit? But like, it's like
Sounds like it, though.
neo soul, like all that type of stuff. I know
Yeah,
it feels nice, and it's nice like a jazz bar, do you know what I mean? But I also know I'm really good at drill videos, and a lot of people like that.
Yeah,
You know?
the bread and butter, yeah.
Yeah. Like I know a lot of people like when I do that. That usually gets a good response. And even like the new sound that, you know, people like Cairo Keys are doing, like those videos have like done really well, and people like when I do that.
Yeah.
Obviously I really came up like with Nemz's videos as well.
Yeah.
So when he came with that style, like people love that as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think they're the ones that really do well for me, to be fair.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
I think you've done a really good job of articulating the aesthetic image for that style of music. You know, like Brilliant Minds. You did that, right?
Yeah, even that, yeah.
Yeah, because it is a newer sound, but I think the visuals that you've attributed to it, like, they pair so well. Like, they really, really articulate the music very, very well.
It's so mad that you say that, because people say that to me. And I get what you mean, but I don't really get what you mean. Like, because I've heard that a few times now about how, like, yeah, like, it matches that type of thing so well. But I'm like, okay, well, so what other people that are doing the videos as well then, like, I don't know, what's like the, like, how do you mean? You explain it to me and how you feel like it matches the...
It's the, I'd say the shot list, the framing, the main thing being like the color grading, and kind of like that style that's quite warm. Like, because a lot of drill videos are quite like tonal in the sense of like they're quite cold and like uninviting.
Very true.
Yeah, they're like uninviting in the right way, because that's kind of what they're trying to portray. They're like, I'm gonna shank you up type vibes. But with these videos, with like Nemzz or Blanco, or even Cairo Keys or Ants Live, they're a lot more like fun and warm, if that makes sense.
Yeah, warm brings that fun feeling to it. Yeah.
But what I really like is there's this like richness to it. It just kind of feels a bit more elegant and elevated, and it kind of brings like a classiness to the video, even though it is a hip hop song. It just kind of puts those videos in a different type of league. And then I've seen from the back of that a lot of artists wanting to do that sort of vibe as well. And then that kind of ties in with like the 35mm stuff as well, which is really, really popular.
I just dropped my first video on 16mm.
I saw that. What's that process like? Because I can't get my head around it.
Shooting on 16
Yeah.
or 35. Do you know what? Like, you just got to make sure that you do enough pre-production. That's the main thing, because obviously you're on limited time. So we must have had about 38 minutes of film, and it's like a 6-7 hour shoot day. So like, it's knowing what you want to get and just sticking to that. And if we've got any spare film, then we can, and also like before each take, it's kind of like do a quick little rehearsal. So for example, on that shoot, it was like a model runway. So we'll just get the model walk out like twice or something.
Yeah.
See what pacing we want him to do it at. See how we want the crowd to react and whatnot. And if that's right, we're like, guys, yep, we need to repeat that. Remember, we're on film. It's gonna cost you. But now, like, so it's literally just planning it enough, and then you just shoot it. Obviously, there's no playback, so it's like when we was doing the shoot before, we had director Fizz. He was next to me on most of the takes, and he was just recording from my monitor, just so that we can watch it back on there if we want to see it back. So that's also a good idea for you guys. Get someone next to you that can record the screen, and then you can watch it back.
Mad, okay. So you don't recommend filming a vlog like that then?
Absolutely not. but even the sickest thing though is that, like, I've not seen any fashion runway shows that have been shot on film. So I feel like we've set like a level there, because I've not seen that before.
Yeah.
So,
but that film must be spenny though, no?
It can be quite expensive. Yeah, I can't remember how much it cost though, but it was quite expensive. That quite a bit of the budget went to that, as well as getting all the extras. We didn't have a massive amount of extras, but like it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Yeah. No, 100%. Even digital disposable cameras, crazy now.
They're
like £28 a camera. It's mental. I remember back in the day, like you go to Tesco's when you were a kid and they're like £6.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like point and shoot type ones. Yeah.
The little winder. Yeah. Need to get a couple of them because we've got some Polaroids over there as well. But
is this rolling, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it would be red.
No. That's when you're recording internal.
Ah.
So it's connected to the receiver, which is recording directly into the film. Not to the film, to the recording.
Got you.
So we're good.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're all good.
Is this thing on?
Hello. So, okay, I'm curious then, because I feel like you definitely have got the skill set to do it. Would you ever want to get into like movies, like full blown movies?
Yeah, maybe one day. I'm not in a rush.
I
feel like that time will present itself to me.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, maybe it just has to come to a time when I decide I'm gonna focus on that. I think maybe next year I'm gonna try and do a short film.
Okay, yeah.
Because I feel like I can come up with like a scene for a film quite well. But then it's just finding a way to come up with another scene and then tie it all in to make it make sense. I think that is what I need to kind of like figure out, really. Because I can feel I'm definitely in a transition period from music videos to these fashion films, because it's like when I first jumped into doing the fashion films, it's like I didn't fully know how like the process of that. So I was kind of just winging it, but at the same time I was given like a decent budget, so it was also kind of like, oh my god, like this needs to work. And obviously I look back now and I'm like, the story could have been a bit tighter. Like it's really about trying to get a clear, concise story to an audience to understand like as fast as possible, basically. Yeah. And just knowing how it's going to end and how it's going to start, and then all the bits in between, you can go left, right, up, down. Yeah. All of that.
Yeah. No, 100%. I don't know, I feel like with the journey that you've had, I feel like being a movie director is kind of like a bit older, kind of like all the experience kind of gathered, you know, when you're like 30, 40 doing like proper sick movies and stuff. Absolutely. Like kind of see off the career that would be so sick.
Absolutely.
New Spielberg.
Yeah, well, who knows? Who knows? Because it might even happen where like I do like a video for a fashion brand, and the video ends up being like 4 minutes this time. And then there we go, like that's a bit of a film really. And then the next time it's like 7 minutes, and then next thing you know it's half an hour, and I'm like, nah, okay, I'm gonna do a film now. Hour 30, 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know.
No, 100%.
Just see where life takes me, I guess.
Yeah, 100. And just going back to that Vengeance video, I definitely felt like it was left on a cliffhanger. Is there something else coming?
Not really, actually.
No.
Nah. Like we was gonna film another video that kind of led off of it, but for when he wanted to get it out for Black Friday, like we couldn't do it in time, basically.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
We couldn't do it in time. So I don't know. It might get scrapped now completely, or who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I'm giving away an idea here. I own a fucking clothing line, but that would be such a cool idea to work with a director to do like a mini series, like for the brand, and just do like 6-part series with like 2-3 minute videos. Yeah,
that'd be amazing. Do you know what? Amélie and Dior, if I said it right, that brand, they've done something similar like that. This double mint thing or whatever.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, they've done a bit like a series type of thing, and a lot of people in the comments as well, with Ben Jart's thing and on Hemmer's page, they were saying that like, oh, like this should be a series. I should do it, especially because Hemmer and Daniel are both doing a couples TikTok type of series at the moment, where it's like really funny and stuff. So they're both very relevant for pairing up together right now.
Right.
I have to speak to Ben Jart about that and just see what he thinks, because it's a shout.
No, it makes so much sense. ALD is a mad brand though. Jesus. Emily and Dor, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They are going off the topic a little bit, but they're incredible. Yeah, I mean that brand itself actually is just their design language is actually stunning. Are you inspired by anyone in particular, any directors or anything like that, or is it kind of just being you just take inspiration from everywhere, or is there anyone specific in kind of mind?
Yeah, do you know what? I take inspiration from anywhere really. There's because I follow a lot of cinematographers and stuff. So I just come across somebody's work and I just save it straight to my creative section on Instagram.
Yeah.
But I'd say DOPs like Pack Drawn, really really sick with DOP. He's actually it was his work that I got a bit of inspiration from the Ben Jart one. Because they did a little series for Burberry where it was just very talking, it just got a guy just talking basically, but they'd be wearing the clothes, and I thought that was just really cool. It was really subtle marketing. So people like him, Daps, Flex God Daps, I like his stuff. Meats and Frost have done some good stuff as well. But yeah, it can literally just be from anywhere, honestly.
Okay. And are you? I spoke to. This is really interesting actually. You know, Josh Jones Filming.
Yeah.
So he was on the pod as well. We had a really good chat, and I was like, so do you get any inspiration from any directors for movies? And he was like, I don't really watch movies. I was like, that's crazy. But I wanted to ask you the same question. Have you got any favorite directors or?
For movies and that.
Yeah.
I don't really watch movies either.
You're joking? For real?
Nah. Obviously I watch films and if it comes out in the cinema.
Yeah.
I go to cinema, I get free cinema tickets in it, so I just go watch.
Oh, for real?
Whatever.
How have you got that plug?
Yeah. Just got a plug in it.
It's just one of them ones.
Yeah. So I watch films and that. I like watching films, but I don't have he's my favorite Tarantino. I don't have no favorite director. I get my inspiration from watching fashion films. I get my inspiration from Instagram or stuff like that. I just be scrolling, I'll see something mad or maybe I'm on YouTube watching something and then a Vans advert will come up.
Right.
And I'll just watch it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cold. Screenshot this little part. I'm gonna use that someday.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, films, nah, not so much.
That's crazy. Well, that's fucked up part of the next part of the pod. To be fair, I was gonna do a blind ranking top 5. Yeah. But directors from movies.
From movies. Yeah, man. I don't know too many guys, I'll probably just say, Christopher Nolan.
I've got them written down. We'll see how we get on in a bit.
Okay.
But that's absolutely that's so interesting. I do find that quite interesting. It's pretty cool though, because it's kind of more of you're drawing inspiration from current stuff that's relevant to you directly. If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I remember being in uni now and they used to just ask questions or something, and people, guys in the class would be like, oh yeah, when Spielberg did this and
pretentious.
Really pretentious. And I didn't have a clue. I was just not versed that way in film. Do you know what I mean? I'm just looking at my social media and seeing these current photographers that are a few years older than me. I'm looking at what they're doing. I'm just that's hard.
Yeah.
They're doing this shoot for Depop or they're doing this for Jade in London or something. I'm just I want to be doing that. I'm not looking at all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hear that. And it's always those guys in class that they're just talking too much and they're not even that good.
Talking too much. Because even when I was in uni, I still didn't really fully understand how to work the cameras too tough. I just when we do our projects, there was one of my friends called Ryan Horsfield, and he was quite versed in that type of stuff. Another guy called Omar Scally, and I just used to get them to set the camera up, do all the exposure, do all the whatever. As soon as it's done, shout me, and I'll come hold it, and I'll come and film. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't get all of that, and I was too excited to just film than to learn that.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So long part of my career, I didn't understand exposure settings and whatnot. I just look at the screen and if it looked right, I just shoot based off of just what looks right.
Yeah.
And it was just working out basically. So it's not even until like a bit of my later years now I'm beginning to understand what certain stuff actually is.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. No, 100%. That's funny as well. Like when I started with STHROUGJ and I was doing photo shoots, I was exactly the same. I was like, I studied photography as well, but it just kind of like drowned out a lot of it because I'm just like, I don't care. I just want to take photos.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Another similar example of that, which is crazy. I might be paraphrasing a little bit here, but Richard Branson had been running Virgin for like 20 years, and there was a point where I don't think he could read or write properly, and there was like loads of business stuff that he had no clue about.
Yeah.
So he was just like, well, I'm minted, so I might as well just hire someone that knows all this shit, because I just do like the stuff that's going to grow the business. It's not like the technical side.
Yeah.
And it's just mental to hear that, because he's like a billionaire, but if it works, it works.
That's what I'd be on, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like that's how you get the best business, though. If you got the money in there to hire the best people for each thing,
100%.
That's the way in it, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's good to still have a bit of general knowledge of the thing, if you know what I mean. But
yeah,
if you can, like, that's the way in it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because you have to put your ego aside as well and understand that you're not going to be the best at everything, and to allow yourself to be the best at what you are.
Absolutely. I'm like, and I'm kind of in this transition period now myself. You know, like a lot of people say, "Oh, why don't you get a team? You should get a team." Obviously, a lot of the time, it's a thing of like finding the same or similar people around me that are just as invested in this as I am, have a similar vision to me, and whatnot. But I think I'm having to kind of learn to distribute tasks and trust other people's abilities and stuff like that.
Right.
Like even like Fizz knows as well. Like he'll want to do a job for me or whatever, and I'll be on his case. Oh, make sure that. It's like, bro, like I've got it, and he's proven time and time again that like he can do certain jobs. But I know it's just me in it. Like it's like, cause it's like my baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
no, trust 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to delegate those things because you're like, no, I don't know. But yeah, once you can kind of get past that, like it's like with Represent, George and Mike Heaton, they were like, well, George was like running the business side of the brand, and then he was like, we need to get a CEO. Like we seriously need to get a CEO at this point. And then they brought someone in, and he's like 10x the business.
Yeah.
So it just makes perfect sense. So when it comes to, so obviously you do direction, etc. What about like editing and stuff like that? Do you get people to edit for you? Do you still edit some videos or?
Yeah, like I still edit, to be fair. But more recently I've been getting people to edit for me. It might be Samuel Mayton, might be a guy called IJD Films.
Yeah. Sam was at Lewis's event actually.
Yeah. He's a really cool guy. So yeah, like they're usually the two editors I usually like. I'll bounce between if there's budget to get them.
Yeah.
If there's not a massive budget, I just edit myself because
Right.
I can edit. Like so, yeah. Just depends on what the budget is really.
And how does that process work? Because you film the content or whatever you're filming, the music video, whatever. How do you translate what you want that to look like from your brain to them? And they get it done.
Yeah, I'll just like
10 million revisions or?
Nah, not even like most of the time they get it. Like I usually just will I'll send them the treatment and I'll tell them whether we followed the treatment completely or whether we didn't. If we did, I'll be like, it's basically like the treatment. Do your thing.
Right.
It might just be like that. Or if there's any key parts, I'll just let them know, oh yeah, like there was a shot, I think, where we had the guy stand up and then the girl looks at him or, you know what I mean? I'll be like, I'll make sure that's in there. Maybe around this area. And I'll just let them kind of just do what they do because I only work with editors if I can trust that they're going to edit it a bit similar to how I would edit it. If I feel like they think how I kind of think, then I'll just kind of like give it to them and let them go away with it. And then if there are like little changes that need to be done, then yeah, we'll just run through that. But there's usually not too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. And what's like the goal? Like, I know obviously it's difficult to, you might not even have a goal, you're just taking it day by day, step by step. But would you ever want to kind of like have a big fit out and a big kind of set up like Cole with like Lyrical Lemonade, or like what's kind of like the vision?
I think I would like that, to be fair, like to really set up this big production company, I guess. For the longest it wasn't really that, it was just like I just want to like really become just like the main head big director, like guys like KC Lock, people like that. But I mean, he's even got his production company now, Swords and Eagles. But yeah, I don't know. I guess the aim is just to like just get a nice solid team around me, basically, of professionals that can do different things, and then eventually maybe even like I can turn it a little bit like an agency almost. Have like younger directors come and do certain jobs. Because even now, sometimes someone might come to me for a shoot and the budget might not be like what I would take on. But I know there's a couple of young directors that like, okay, you're a bit similar. I can see myself in you. So yeah, you have this because I reckon you can do it.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of like do that. So if I can do that more, that'd be one of the goals, I guess.
Yeah. I just had a vision in my head of like this place called like Boredom Studios or something, and then it's got like a big warehouse or something, and you've got a split sections for like music videos, fashion stuff, movies and short films, and then you have like a content team that's like running around like crazy people just filming everything.
Yeah. Or even kind of taking it a bit like a record label type of thing as well, like having artists, because I feel like I've got a lot of music knowledge, you know.
Yeah.
Because I watch lots of like music podcasts.
Yeah.
Probably more than I do like about video stuff. So like I'm knowledgeable in the music industry, and obviously I've just been fortunate to be in the right place as well.
Yeah,
See what people want and whatnot. But even what you're saying with the production things, like even Fizz was saying before, like, oh yeah, like Boredom House. Like that should be a thing, like Boredom House. I was like, yeah, like where boredom breeds creativity.
Yeah.
Like, that's cold.
That's sick.
Cold. That's cold.
Yeah. Have some like mad slides in the office and stuff.
Yeah,
like
man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, hopefully that can happen one day, innit? Hopefully that can happen one day.
Yeah, that'd be wicked. And then you can have like a space for like freestyles and all different sorts of shit.
Literally.
Yeah,
literally,
no,
man.
that'd be wicked.
And I want to blow up the clothing thing as well. Like,
Yeah, and then you could get, because I mean, the thing with Cole that was so cool is he was done the merch with the videos and then did like the Lyrical Lemonade Festival, whatever it was called. That's insane, like how they've got to that level. But like being at that level just allows you to just like full blown, like it's, you don't have any worry about like bills or rent or this or that. You can kind of like, right, okay, I can really just be full blown creative now. And just have that trust with, well, people have that trust with me, and then you can just kind of really see out your visions.
Absolutely. You're right.
Yeah, that would be really, really cool. So I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yes.
And so I'm gonna kind of remix it a little bit. So typically we ask artists this question, but I can ask you because obviously it's a similar vein. So what we typically ask artists is if you could do a performance or like have a show with 3 artists, dead or alive, and you're performing with them, who would they be and where would that be? And when I say where, it could be anywhere, not like on Earth, but like anywhere that you can imagine. So my remix for that, for yourself, would be if you could shoot a movie with 3 different actors, who would they be, dead or alive, and where would it be? Like, I mean, you can go anywhere. Like, we've had some fucking mental answers in terms of location.
Cillian Murphy.
Okay.
In Eesh.
It's hard.
Some kind of space film.
Really?
Yeah, because I liked Oppenheimer. Not that I was to do with space, but like, I don't know, it was just cold. Like,
Yeah. I still haven't seen that film, to be fair. I need to
yeah, I've
watch
seen it. I've seen it like 3 times, bro.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a long film as well, but because the
Damn.
first time I didn't get it, then the second time I did get it, but then I liked it a lot, so I was like, I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
You know, Cillian Murphy. I'll probably say Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah, Joker, cold. Oh gosh. I'm gonna have to do one for the brothers. Maybe like Samuel L. Jackson, because he's funny in it.
That's a crazy mix-up. That's sick.
Samuel L. Jackson, yeah, probably say him. It's annoying because I'm gonna leave this thinking I should have said this person, should have said that person.
Yeah, it's instinctive though. Whatever come to mind first.
Yeah. This is just what has come to mind. Like when I think about the films that really made me feel something.
Yeah.
It's like Cillian's films and Joaquin Phoenix, like the Jokers and stuff like that. I just love everything about the film, to the cinematography, the color, the acting. Like I'm like, yeah. Because me, I like those films that it's like, it's tense, it's deep, like psychological, like you don't know, unreliable narrators, and like you don't know what's happened now or whether it's in someone's head, and then like, you know what I mean? I love those type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. It'll be in space, but what genre of film?
What genre? It'd be like a thriller, space thriller.
Space thriller.
Yeah,
Wow,
like maybe
that's sick.
he don't know whether he's gonna make it back to Earth or something.
Oi.
And his tank's running out, and like it's all mad, and he's getting flashbacks to why did I even come out here in the first place?
Okay. Yeah. I see it. Let's make it happen. I'll call my boy Killian.
Yeah, yeah, man. Maybe something like that. I don't know.
Have you got any? So, because I know you said I'm not big on the directors and stuff like that, but everyone's got like their favorite movies. But from your perspective, I think it would be interesting. Have you got any like top 3 movies that just kind of slap, or like even from childhood and stuff like that? Because I'm always quite curious from a creativity perspective.
Top 3 movies. Split.
Okay.
With what's his name?
James McAvoy.
Yeah. I thought that was sick. These ain't even movies though, but I want to say Peaky Blinders.
Never seen it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a series though, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Say that. Do you know what? I wouldn't think I'd even say this, but Barbie was cold as well. That might be a bit controversial because some people didn't really rate it like that.
Yeah.
And some people will say, the classic movies are this and that. But
yeah,
Barbie was good.
I haven't seen it, but it looked mental. Yeah,
do you know what? It was good. I liked the topic of it. It was very like a critique on our social system as it is now.
Oh, okay.
Of like what it is to be a man and what it is to be a woman.
I've heard it was very like fuck guys though.
It was a bit, but then also I think it also had the flip side of it a little bit as well.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of things these days is very F guys. Do you know what I mean? But like,
fuck the patriarchy.
You just gotta like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that was good though. Like the way it kind of just went on the different perspectives of men and women and all that type of stuff. Because I think that's something a lot of people kind of are battling or struggling with these days. Like, what is it? Especially men. Like, what does it mean to be like a man? It's quite deep, but I think it's something that a lot of people aren't that sure of and have different ideas that they've taken from here, there, or there. Or maybe they've taken it from their dad if they had their dad around in it. But for those that, I don't know. It's a deep one still.
That stemmed from Barbie. How mad is that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Never thought I'd ever say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, no, I still haven't seen it. Like it was because it was Oppenheimer Barbie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of like little beef there, which is crazy for marketing.
Yeah,
crazy.
I know, innit? It's two completely different films as well, like opposite ends of the spectrum.
There were people like doing like marathons where they're watching both films in one day.
Yeah,
which is mad because Oppenheimer's like 3 hours or something, isn't it? Nearly
3 hours, yeah. Mad. So I watched it 3 days, 9 hours of my life. Went to Oppenheimer. It's crazy.
That's crazy. That's like a full day.
And
work.
I watched Barbie twice as well.
Might have to slap on the old Barbie.
Yeah, I would do. It's on Amazon Prime.
Is it?
Yep. Well, it was anyways, but
Jeff Bezos. He loves a bit of Barbie.
Shout out Bezos.
Okay, and if you were able to shoot a music video with anybody, like what's the dream video? Artist.
Listen. So I want to say Gunna.
Okay.
I want to say a music video that will come out for Digga D, because I've done one before but it never came out, it hurts still.
Right.
And then, but really and truly, I want to say like Heady One, Drake and Central C. I'd say that they're the main ones, I think partially, obviously, if I work with those guys, it would just like be great for me and my portfolio. And then also just, I don't know, I like their vibe, I like their music. I feel like there's a lot I could do creatively with these guys.
Yeah. I think your style with Central's music would just pair so well, like very, very well. It's the way his marketing strategy and video content release and just imagery as well. It's just mental. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's just crazy. Like his team there is mad.
That's it, and I'm so into that as well. Like some artists that I work with, I do try to just give them a bit of a nudge. Like, okay, like you've dropped the video now. Like what you're saying, you need to keep following this up. Maybe you need to post this afterwards, post that afterwards. Like, how does that match up to like the color scheme on your page right now?
100%.
All that type of stuff.
100%.
Because I look at that type of stuff a lot for myself. So I think everyone, like, if you got a brand, you need to like really pay attention to that.
Yeah. It's the finer details.
Definitely, and I think it's the finer details that kind of propelled me to where I am now. Because at the end of the day, you're a brand, innit?
Yeah.
You're a brand, so you need to have an image.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think even in the modern market in terms of music artists and kind of building up that following, I think Centra was definitely one of the first ones to do it as well when he done Wild West with the orange cover and then painted Blackbird Grove and Shepherd's Bush like fully orange. Then did 23 and then everything was yellow. Then he's obviously done Can't Rush Greatness, everything's bronze.
Oh,
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his rings are all
So the rose gold stuff. Yeah,
rose gold.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's got rose gold rings, rose gold like Lizzie chain. Then the album cover's rose gold, and then the video he had like one of his most recent videos like 6 supercars that are all in rose gold.
Yeah.
And then like Supreme jackets in rose gold. It's mental, but people don't think about stuff like that.
They don't. I remember there was a time I was rolling around wearing blue all the time, like because I was like, oh this kind of works. So like anytime people would see me, I'd be wearing blue, like I'm some rapper. This is about when I used to have like dreads and I dyed them blonde and everything, and like
Really?
yeah, must have got
I can't even
confused.
imagine that.
Yeah, man, I used to have some long ass dreads like down there.
Shit.
Yeah, I cut them off this year.
Really? Damn.
In March. Cut them off in March, yeah.
Mad. If you've got pictures, show me after. I want to see that. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Right. Well, I know obviously they're not the director guy, but I'm gonna do the. Are you aware of like the directors and what movies they've made, or even just directors in general, kind of like their vibe, at least?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Cool. We'll give it a go. So I'm gonna read them out one by one, and then you have to rank them 1 to 5.
Okay.
Without knowing the next one.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. And they're all good as well, to be fair. So I'm just curious to see where you go with it. But Martin Scorsese.
Gosh, I don't even know his films. Like I probably know his films, but I don't know. Like, I'm gonna say for the sake of this game, 4.
Okay. Danny Boyle.
I know his name as well, but I don't know.
Like 28 Days, like those zombie movies and stuff like that.
Oh, 5 then. Not bothered like.
Fun fact about Danny Boyle's most recent film, 28 weeks later is the whole entire film. He's obviously a big director. The whole film was filmed on an iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I've seen them videos when they film on an iPhone 16 Pro.
And they've got some
and they got all this like madness as well around it. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, they've got like a 1.4K phone, and then they've got like 60 grand worth of rig.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's mad. But even because you gave me that little clue on his videos, so Scorsese, like, what's some of his what's the ones that's kind of like?
He does like gangster movies. He's filmed with like Al Pacino, Joe Pesci.
Yeah, 4.
Okay. Stanley Kubrick.
Okay, what's he known for again? Like I know his name though. I know these names in it, but like, yeah, what's he known for again?
Clockwork Orange, The Shining, with
I know The Shining, the Clockwork Orange. I don't know that one, but I know.
Yeah, so he's kind of more like intense thrillers, kind of like cult classics.
Yeah, see,
Old school.
I've not watched a lot of these cult classics. You see, since I've used 4 and 5, you're gonna have to go 3.
Okay. Let's go 3. Steven Spielberg.
Jurassic Park, innit?
Jurassic Park, innit? It is, yeah.
2 then.
Okay. 2, and then your number 1 is Christopher Nolan.
See? I knew it! 1!
Yeah. So, yeah, I was helping you out a little bit, but...
Interstellar, Dark Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big boy director, to be fair.
Yeah, man. And he's like the youngest one out of all of them as well, isn't it?
He's quite young, yeah. Yeah, he's quite young. I mean, for me personally, I'd say Christopher Nolan and Spielberg, definitely my 2 favourites out of that. Like Steven Spielberg as well, with like E.T., like Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, Jurassic Park.
Yeah. You know, yeah, to be fair, I've never watched Indiana, like, I love like 80s and 90s movies. The Goonies, Back to the Future 2 is my favourite film of all time.
Good film, that.
But I've never seen Jurassic Park, and I've never seen Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I've never seen Indiana. I don't think I care about that, to be honest. But I watched Pulp Fiction for the first time ever.
Like yesterday?
In September.
Really? What did you think?
Yeah. It was sick. I thought, wow, like this is actually really good.
Yeah, it's a good film.
Like I ain't seen a lot of these films. Like, what is it? Fight Club.
Like the proper classics.
Yeah. What else are these classics now like?
Well, Pulp Fiction. Well, there's a load really. Depends on what you got. Like Die Hard. I don't know if you've watched Die Hard.
Yeah, I ain't watched that.
You haven't watched Die Hard?
No, I ain't watched Taken.
Taken's good. That's more recent though. To be fair, have you ever watched Speed?
No.
With Keanu Reeves.
Nope.
Banger of a movie.
Keanu, I know him from John Wick though.
yeah.
John Wick.
With the dog.
Yeah.
There's loads of. There's a really good film. You should watch this. Actually, a fucking banger of a film with Liam Neeson called The Fugitive.
Yeah, I ain't seen that either.
It's a mad movie.
Yeah.
Like, he gets set up for murdering his wife.
Oh, wow.
And then he's trying to figure out who did it.
Who set him up, sort of thing.
But then he's obviously called The Fugitive, so he's like running from the police and also trying to figure out. It's a mazza. Like, it's crazy.
That actually sounds quite good, to be fair.
Yeah, and it's like good story, good, like, mad twists as well. So I'll send you over a couple of movies to watch. There's some fucking classic movies, but yeah, like, okay. And what have you got planned up next? Like, have you got anything? Actually, no, before I ask you that question, I forgot to ask you this. This was a question from earlier. On set, have you ever had any, like, moments where you're like, oh, shit? Like, just whatever that means to you. Like, not in a good way, like, oh, shit, like, something's fucked up. Or something's happened, or...
Yeah, probably, well, recently, actually, on this Amici one, the film exploded, basically. One of the film cartridges.
No way.
Yeah, that exploded. So I was like, oh my God. And then 2 other times the film jammed. So I thought like we'd lost a load of footage. So that was stressful. And then what else? Oh, maybe I've got to set before and I forgot an SD card.
Oh.
That was stressful. That happened with Lady Ice, actually. A second shoot I ever did for her. And I had to run to the shops. There was like 5 minutes left before the shops closed. And I only just managed to buy an SD card for that. So that was a bit of a moment.
That's a clutch moment right there.
And then probably just like, just the street shoots, man. Like, just them ones there where like, it's just gone a bit left.
I can imagine that getting a bit tacky.
Yeah. Like there was one, I spoke about one before, but this is one I ain't really spoke about too tough. But it's just like where I told all the artists to go one way because we're going to do a performance shot in this corner. And I see 2 other guys. I'm like, guys, I swear I told everybody to go down there. Like, why are you guys still chilling here? And they're like, oh yeah, it's my bad, bro. I'm like, yeah, go down there, innit? Obviously, they've gone down there. Now everyone's all started running and screeching off in cars. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? My runner has just come to me now, talking about, bro, these guys just started waving a shotgun. So then I ran to DP, pack up, like we need to go. And obviously we've flown out that situation. Nobody got hurt, fortunately. We should have wrapped up the shoot there, to be fair. But
you didn't?
Nah.
Oh,
we should have wrapped it up. But we went to some next estate that they said, oh, like it's calm, like we did the shot there.
Yeah.
They went home, and then the guys came back again now in like a car with like more people. And we're packing up now, and I'm thinking, oh my days, we're in the cul-de-sac as well, like you can't really go nowhere.
Yeah.
They've come in now and they're just like, where them man at? And I'm just like, who? They're like, oh, the guys you with them. Like, I don't know. Like, we finished now. And then he just like looks me up and down, and then like he's like, yeah, alright, say nothing. He's like, it goes in it. The whole time I'm just thinking like, this is long. They're about to say, I run me the camera or run me the lights.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, this could just get long. Do you know what I mean?
Do me a free music video right now.
You know what I mean?
You've got a shotgun. While you're on the camera.
I'll do you a video right now. But yeah, like that. So yeah, that was like the last like mad type of situation. I'd say that was like probably about 2 years ago now.
Shit.
But yeah, those things don't happen as much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I've spoken to quite a few directors, and they've said that they don't particularly like doing the drill stuff because it's not worth it sometimes.
Sometimes it's not now. Like especially if you're working with someone like really, really hood. Sometimes they just don't understand how to conduct business properly. You know,
that's the problem.
That's the thing.
That is the thing, because you have, like, with drill music, it's really the music comes from a place of reality. So they're living the life. They're living what they're saying in their rap. So when it comes from that, it's gonna have, the more intense the music is gonna have more of an intense reality attached to it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Literally, to be fair, you're right. I think sometimes like it's easy to forget, like, because you listen to a song, you're like, oh, this is hard, or like, yeah, this will be a good video.
Yeah, but it's real.
You're not deep in what this guy's actually saying.
Yeah.
You know?
No, 100%. Have you heard? Do you know Buta B?
Yeah, from Hoods.
Yeah, have you seen his Plugged In with Fumes?
I think I've heard a bit of it.
Mate, if you watch the video, it's mental. It's just him and his boys in the studio. They're all black. The lyrics are mental.
In fact, I've seen that one actually. Yeah, it's mad.
And then they've got like the Mario like coin sound for
like
everyone
each
that
death.
they've like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's mad.
Yeah, no, it's techie, man. I was chatting to one of my producer friends, and he was saying to me, I'm not going to name any names, but he was chilling, and then I think he'd had a little smoke, and he was producing, doing his thing, and then he's gone to go out to the toilet, and he's in the studio, and he's like poked his head around, you can hear like banging, and there's like a very well-known rapper with some of his mates, and they've all got like fucking pistols and shanks, and they're trying to boot down this door, and he's like, in his head, he's like, I need to go for a piss, and they're like right in the way of the toilet. Yeah, so it's just long.
It's mad, bro. It's mad.
Long.
But to be honest, like even certain songs like that, I'm just not even too pressed to try and do it. Especially like with my walking faith that I'm in now as well. I just think I shouldn't really be around certain things or endorsing it.
No, 100%. And there's me thinking that one of the biggest problems you might have had was when we were on the JB shoot and the last shot didn't fucking, when the file corrupted.
Oh yeah, the last shot of the day. Yeah. Nah, minor. That.
The difference is
That's minor. That's minor. That we didn't even end up using that shot in the video. Anyways, we didn't even end up using it.
Oh really?
Nah, because we had to keyframe out the treadmill. But we didn't have enough time to like do it properly because it was a mad quick turnaround. So to get someone to do it properly just would have taken longer, and they had to get it out. So we just got rid of the shot altogether.
So you guys shot on the Saturday, and it was coming out the following Thursday, wasn't it?
Did we shoot on Saturday?
Pretty sure it was a Saturday.
Yeah, then yeah.
That's crazy.
That's the case, yeah. So it was quite a quick turnover.
Mad, interesting. Yeah. Have you got any? We can wrap it up here. I mean, it's definitely been a good insight into what you've got going on and what you're doing. 100%. Have you got anything that you want to shout out? Anything upcoming? Socials?
I mean, yeah, just stay locked into Blue Boredom, blue.boredom on Instagram, on TikTok. I'm trying to jump on the TikTok thing properly now.
That's where the views are at.
Yeah, it is, and I had a video that kind of go viral recently as well. So that's done bits. I'm like, okay, yeah, the power of TikTok, like,
yeah,
I'm seeing it. But yeah, just stay tuned, just look out for what I'm trying to do. Just hope people just keep supporting the thing. And yeah, man, like, Blue Boredom to the world and back. Get me.
That's it. You heard it here first. Go run it up. Go check out the socials, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Nice. There we go. Lovely. Nice one.
My guy.